gratitude is a must. If you know the meaning of gratitude, it's essential, to say the least. But for some, who are just entitled, narcissistic, self-absorbed, egotistical, greedy, and quite frankly, too far out their own behind. And the funny thing is, when people think you don't know what they've been getting up to behind closed doors, I know. Just because I don't say anything doesn't mean I don't know. So, to all those with your demonic agendas, it will never come into fruition. Let's be clear on that one. Because your intent is malicious. You're not fooling nobody. I know who you are. My angels know who you are. My ancestors know who you are. And most of all, God knows who you are. So it doesn't matter how much you try to mirror my authenticity, because what I have is genuine and real. And what you're showing is a whole bag of fake garbage. That if you think for a split second, because you fooled other people, that I'm going to believe it, you got another thing coming. It's dead in the water. There is no contract. Okay? The contract that is null and void. I broke that shit. I got through all your spell work, all your demonic attacks, all your lies and slander that you brought down on my name. And for what? For your own petty little ego. And the fact that you have the audacity to be suggesting that I don't deserve to be where I am. Guess what? I did the hard work. Even with your pathetic attacks. You and all your fake ass karmics. All the little traps you set for me. I seen that shit coming. Yeah. Remember? I'm gullible, dumb, and stupid. So remember that talk. So if you know what's good for you, stay far away from me as possible. If you come near me, I will bury you where you stand. Yeah? I will bury your ass where you stand. Trust and believe in that. There is no friendship. Why would I want to be friends with someone as evil as you? You're a liar. You're a thief. You're a rapist. And you've got too many demon attachments attached to you. The same ones you tried to send to me. Just like trying to attack me in my dream state. To cipher my energy. You're a disgusting, vile, putrid shell of a person. You can't even call yourself a human. You're a shell of a person that is being controlled by demonic attachments. Now what have you got to say? What other tricks you've got up your sleeve? What other lies have you got to spill on my name? What else do you want to steal from me? We're not lies to tell? Ooh, never mind. Even those false charges or false allegation you was going to the police with and to the courts, just so you could steal from me. Do you know how low that makes you? Really, that makes you real low. I won't even give you the energy of pity because you're non-existent at this point. Non-existent. I manifested a new life for myself. I manifested a new husband for myself. So no matter what you do, whoever you attack in the ethers, you're not going to stop it. I want no parts of your disgusting, vile, disease-ridden self. Let's be clear on that one. You're a disgrace to the human race. In fact, you are a waste of air at this point. So no matter what you do and what you try, you're still going to fail. I want no parts of any of you at all. Yeah, nada. So take your karma, take your judgment, and sit with it and stew. Okay? And what made it worse? You didn't believe in God, so why do you believe now? What's changed? Or is it because all the money you stole ran out? Or because the universe decided to give you back your karma? Yeah? Just like the clothes you stole to do binding magic on me. Or the sex magic and the come to me spells don't work no more. That's the only reason why you escaped that rape trial, because your ass should be sat in jail for what you did. Remember, I still got the pictures of what you did. I'd rather die than have anything to do with you ever again. So I hope you watch this and understand there's no going back. Okay? It doesn't matter how much you try to fight, I'm choosing myself. I would never choose you. Never in a million years. You can keep talking about this fake contract. It was an assignment, fool, which you failed miserably. And lo and behold, I passed. I wonder why. You've been doing this shit for 6 years. 6 years. To me, that equates to at least 30 years of karma. I've had my way. If I had the choice, if I could make that decision, you'd be 6 feet under in a coffin. Best place for you. Because people like you don't change. And to use the excuse as, oh, I've got childhood trauma, that is just the biggest load of BS I've ever heard in my life. So I don't want to trauma bond with you. You're literally almost twice my age, first of all. Second of all, a lot of us have had childhood trauma, but we don't go on doing the stuff you've done. No, we don't. We deal with it. You know? So I hope you enjoyed sleeping with my family members. I hope you enjoyed sleeping with my ex-friends. And you really think I want to have a conversation? There's nothing to be said. So listen clearly and get it through that thick, narcissistic brain of yours. I despise you. Yeah, I do. You're actually sickening. I'm embarrassed that I even looked at you in the first place. But no, hold on. The only reason that happened, in fact, is because of all the black magic you did, innit? All the spell work you done. Remember the conversation you had over the phone to people? Exposing everything you've done, admitting shit you did. But now you want to backtrack. Not today, boo-boo. Not today, not ever. Never, ever, never. Let's be very clear on that one. So no matter what you do, you're finished. So get along with your karmic and your fake life and your lies and deception and try that shit with someone else. Because right over here, nah. I learnt my lessons. Yes. And you was the biggest lesson of all. Yeah, he was. He was the biggest lesson of all. And the fact that you think that you can turn around now and be like, oh, holier than thou. Boo-boo, you ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. So you can keep spying on my profiles or trying your little hand at black magic again. So bury yourself. Because I'm flying high and I ain't looking back for nobody. Okay? Understand this. I'm super grateful for the lesson. Absolutely. Absolutely. The fact that you tried to tarnish my name all out of envy and spite speaks volumes for your character and who you truly are. And the fact that you involved your nasty ass family for God knows what, to me that was a blessing. Yeah. Because really you wanted to take me out and steal my light and act like you're me. How's that going to work? That just proves you're demented in the head. You obviously must be to think that was ever going to work. Really? So that's where gratitude comes in. So I'm grateful for my ancestors and my divine ancestors. I'm grateful for the whole spirit team in general. And most of all, I'm grateful that God woke me up when he did. I'm grateful he woke me up when he did. Because I have a purpose. I don't know what your purpose is, but I have a purpose. My assignment's more important than low vibrational karmics like you. And people like you, malignant narcissists, Google it. People like you never take accountability. Why is that? You think, oh, I know, let some time pass. People will forget about. I will never forget anything you did. Okay? I will never forget anything you did. And I'll keep repeating myself until the message gets through. Think again. Go somewhere else. Because over here, I'm too good for the likes of you. Point blank period. I'm too good for the likes of you. Let's be clear on that one. But as we say, get back to gratitude. Even when you may not see anything to be grateful for, still be grateful. That's what I did. Even when you didn't even know or you're into the unknown, still be grateful. Because you got to remember, God hears and sees everything. So there's no point in you lying or lying to yourself. Because it says it in the Bible. God knows man's heart, and that is vanity. God ain't stupid. And the fact that you people think that you're above him, to me is laughable. That is laughable. Don't get it twisted. I'm outspoken. Period. I'm not even the same person I was last week, let alone 2 years ago. So the person you made me out to be, which is just pure slander, if you're not going to prosecute you for that shit, yeah, I am. Every single one of you. I'm taking your asses to court. And that car crash you set up to kill me or to maim me, that you got your little corrupt police officers that you work with to lie about the date and the time, and all of it was on camera. Good job. Now you got to explain that too. Because there's no way, if I had on a seatbelt, why would you tell me to take it off? So you knew, for all I'm concerned, you planned it with those African people. You had it planned, but it didn't work. It didn't work. Okay? And I will get my day in court. I'm waiting patiently for that day in court. I cannot wait. Like I said, a picture tells 1,000 words. When people say, oh, just think about what good times. There was no good times. There was no good times. Because all I remember is abuse and violence. Which just proves the point that I'm making. People like you don't change. You're literally a great grandfather, and look at your conduct. It's disgusting. You're an embarrassment to all decent men out there in the world. You are an embarrassment because you portray yourself as something that you're not. Yeah, I know you wrap yourself up in pure fakeness. Yeah, you pretend to be someone that you're not. So you thought you could steal my life, and then murder me. I know about all the setups you had planned. Nice try. Not interested. So I'm waiting patiently for my next chapter that I worked for. Yeah, I didn't steal it from the backs of others. Okay? I didn't rob other people's destiny like you did. I didn't steal people's light or steal their money or do fraud with their name like you did. I lived the right way. No matter what battle I came up against, I came out victorious. So I'm not a survivor no more. I'm a victor, okay? A victor of the whole community, all the people you bring up against one person, mine. Now you're all getting karma. And that's your own fault. You should have had discernment like everybody else had the choice of discernment. But you chose not to. You chose to be in your ego. And where has it got you? You know you're going to jail. You deserve to go to jail. Why you're still free, only God knows. I recommend around that too. You should be doing decades in jail for all the shit you've done. Yeah, you should. Like they say, innit? Everything done in the dark will come to light. Now your shit's on front row. All the lies you told have now been uncovered. Which is great for me, but not so much for you and everybody else you involved in this bullshit. And as for my family, I have no words. You're disgusting, low, low vibrational, vile individuals. If you don't even get the, I don't even give it the energy, even giving you the title of being a human, because you're not. You chose to sell your soul, and that's your choice. I don't judge you for that. But what you thought you could do to me? Oh no, 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 no. It's not gonna work. Ain't gonna work. So whatever party you think you're gonna invite me to, I'm not interested. Never in life. Not in this lifetime or the next. Let's be clear on that one. So with that being said, gratitude is key. But there are some things you have to keep to yourself, and I understand that. And seeing people's true intentions, that's my speciality. Literally, I can see through the bullshit. I can smell you coming a mile away. That's what you don't realize. I be quiet for a reason. That's what I'm told to do, you know? Discipline is essential, which a lot of people find hard, and I do get that. I do get that, you know? I do. This is why this path ain't for everybody, you know? But trying is the main thing, and it trying is the key essential to it, you know? And keeping your heart pure. Because you'll be judged on that, just like I will be judged on it also, you know? And not harboring resentment. And all these traits is hard. I don't want to say it is easy. If it was easy, we'd all be doing it. Right or wrong, we'd all be doing it. It's not easy. It ain't easy at all. It's brutal, to say the least. But you just got to think of the end goal, you know? The amount of battles I've had to fight by myself. Wasn't nice. Was not nice. There were times I didn't even know if I was going to make it through, you know? But one thing I was guaranteed sure of within my heart, that God got me. Definitely, you know? The devil waits around every corner. Let's be clear on that one. The devil waits around every corner, you know? And even he's tried it. As sneaky as he might be, trying to come to me in my dreams, thinking, oh, I'll catch her while she's weak. That's the wrong time to think you're going to catch me. That's when I would get Queen of Swords on your ass. Point blank, period. I did this in many lifetimes. I was built for this. And the treatment of others just proved it to me. You know? And what they're really angry about is the fact that all they done to me, or the obstacles they tried to put in my way, I didn't turn out bitter like they did. So I have no idea what made them bitter. And I don't really care, to be honest with you. It's not my business. It's not my burden to carry. It's not going to carry no one else's burden. Ever. I have no idea. But for me, just purely from my upbringing, me of all people have had all the reason in the world to be angry and bitter and hateful and resentful. But I wasn't. So people that do have that trait, for like the minuscule of reasons, That baffles me. That doesn't make any sense. People that love to play victim. I'm not a victim. I am a victor. Put some respect on my name. Point blank, period. Which is why I'm very selective who I allow around me. Very selective. I have boundaries. And if you cross my boundaries, it's game over. There's no second chances at all. So let's be clear on that one. And that shows growth and maturity. I have peace of mind. I have peace finally in my life. And I'm not going to let anybody or anything interrupt that. You must be crazy. After all the battles I had to get through, you're having a laugh. So I call judgment. And I will continue to call judgment where I see fit. You know? So those who came up against me for no reason other than to jump on this bandwagon, this fabricated illusion of a bandwagon, good for you. I don't hold the resentment. It is what it is, isn't it? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? Break down and cry? No. Why would I? It's pointless. I'd rather incorporate my energy somewhere productive. You know? But don't get it wrong, there was a time where I was very, very hateful, very bitter and angry. Within reason though, you know? As well as the ancestral curses that was placed upon my bloodline, as well as my childhood, which I broke free of. Little old me broke that cycle. Little old me broke my ancestral curse and set my ancestors free. Do you know how happy they are? Do you know how happy they are? They're literally partying in the ethers. And he was one of the first people ever to say, I'm proud of you. I've never heard those words before. I've never heard that from my family, friends, kids, anyone. But my ancestors did. Do you know how much that means? That means the world to me. Literally, the world to me. So I'm grateful. Very grateful. I know I'm not rich. I don't need to be rich. But I'm rich in spirit. Let's be clear on that one. And I didn't buy it from a practitioner or buy it from a voodoo priest. I did the hard work and I earned my stripes. I earned it. So whoever used to do the same, point blank, period. You cannot take somebody's gifts. It doesn't work like that. Although you may have stolen material items from me, that's material items. They can be replaced, you know? But gifts is not something that you can replace. Gifts cannot be stolen. That would be like me saying, oh, because that person has different gifts than mine, I'm going to be hateful and bitter towards them. They don't deserve it. You don't know what that person had to endure to obtain those gifts. But you don't care about that because all you care about is your own little pathetic ego, which is minuscule compared to the bigger picture of things. Let the battle commence. I'm ready for it. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? How many of you's coming next then? Because I'm ready for anyone that are going to come up against me over bullshit. It's not going to happen. I ain't even got to lift my finger. As you know, I'm highly protected for a reason. which is nice to be able to have that where you can invoke your angels at any given time. Just like I know when people's talking about me or talking slander on my name, I know. I get warnings, I get signs, I know. I don't need to tell you how I know, but I know. Now, if you've ascended yourself and you've done the work, you would know too. Because this is something you can't fabricate. Because there are certain things you are allowed to speak on, and there's things that you're not allowed to speak on. And obviously, being in the new stages of it, I didn't know certain things, so I had to learn, obviously, and I did. I learned very quick, in fact, you know, which is why I share it with others, isn't it, you know? I'm not being paid to do it. I never asked for payment. It's something that you've got to want to do genuinely, out of the kindness of your own heart. Not to expect a reward at the end of it. Doesn't work like that. Because if you do, I'll leave that up to God to give it to you. But I know, you know, I know. Because on the day of judgment, we're all going to get judged. God's going to weigh up your heart, and He's going to weigh up your sins to decipher where you're going to go. And there's nothing you can do about that. Which is why, even if you do like naughty little things, repent in it. When you pray, repent. Ask for forgiveness. That's the only way. But you think because you don't actually see him with your eyes, you think, oh, he doesn't exist or he's not there. He was, because I thought the same thing when I was praying. But guess what? He counts all your tears. He sees everything. And what you think he hasn't seen? Let's be very clear. Those recording angels, they don't miss a trick. They don't miss a beat, so let me tell you. Even when you think you're cloaking yourself, you're not. So all those that stole my items to do spell work on me, how does that karma feel? The voodoo doll you've done on me, that you've still got, you've just hidden it. But it didn't work, did it? You see, when I was low vibrational, yeah, that would have worked. Because I can be ignorant too, let's be clear now. I can be ignorant and stubborn, all the same. But the difference is, my heart ain't wicked. My heart ain't wicked. I don't carry evil within me, you know? I don't envy people. I don't get jealous of people for what they have. I've never been that type of person, ever. You know? I may get agitated or get mouthy at someone that likes to throw shit in people's faces, but now I know where people are. A lot of people have got their riches from. They didn't earn that shit. Where you didn't steal and pilfer from the misfortune of others and off the backs of others. Yeah? Not taking credit away from those that did actually do the hard work themselves and establish themselves the right way. I'm talking those that took the evil route. You know? But what to pretend and portray that they earned it or they did the hard work or God gave it to them. Now your asses is being exposed because this is judgment season. The full moon is out. So everything that was done in the dark has now got the light shining on it for everybody to see. That's just what it is. point blank period. But gratitude is essential. All the deaths and rebirths, the ascensions, ooh, is that they get more intense. The higher the ascension, the more intense it gets. Yeah. But then you just get used to it, you know, so you can just breeze through it. Do you know what I mean? But I used to be a hypochondriac, so I literally thought, shit, is someone attacking me again? And it wasn't, it was just an ascension, you know? Until my angels let me know what it was, and I was okay with it. Do you know what I mean? She's like, oh, I gotta protect myself now. What I gotta do now? Da, 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 da. Just like added more and more and more to the layers. But yeah, it's been a journey. Yeah, it's been a journey. It hasn't been easy. And you know what? If I had to do it all again, I probably would. Just minus a few narcissists. Yeah, just minus the narcissist, you know? Yeah. Because knowledge is key, and knowledge is power, you know? When you don't know, that's what makes you like feel scrambled. Like your head's full like scrambled eggs. Do you know what I mean? And because there's some people that are like, I call them professional liars and professional thieves and professional gigolos. They've had lifetimes of doing this behavior, you know? So they mastered it in a way where they can convince you. Just like they was able to convince a community of people all the lies and slander that was coming out of their mouth. That people are now feeling bad for because they believe bullshit. I understand. Not saying I agree with it, but I understand, you know? But for me, I like to see for myself. I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. You people threw me to the wolves and I came back leading the pack. How about that? What we got to say now? What's next? What's good? What did you got up your sleeve? You better pick it. You better choose wisely. I'll tell you that much. Because right about now, we're in judgment season. And it's not about waiting for a cycle to finish before you get your karma. You'll be getting instant karma on the spot. Let's be clear on that one. Instant karma. So yeah, gratitude is a must. Even when you don't know what the next day is going to bring, keep your faith, you know, stay hopeful. Because the minute you lose hope and you lose faith, that's just like saying you've just given up. It just makes you easy to intercept, you know, easier to have things attached to you. That's not godly. Yeah. Even though you can still break free from things, some people are not as strong as others. That makes any sense. Some people get devoured by it. And that's unfortunate. But that's why God gives people free will. You know? So I stand in my power. And I know exactly who I am. I know who God says I am. And I ain't never going to change. No way, shape, or form. And that's something I've earned. And it can never be taken. Let's be clear on that. They say, many get the call, very few answer. You know? It's literally about taking the path most less traveled. And I'll be honest, I took that path. I said, let me see what's going to go on. I, oh my gosh. And it's like complete and utter solitude, which most people can't deal with. But I grew up like this, so it's kind of like a doddle, you know? It's just like a breeze, it's like a walk in the park, for the most part, you know? So, on to the next assignment, I suppose. But I've enjoyed it. I've learned from it a lot, you know? I've literally got a whole new perspective, which is very rare. Because it's so easy to fall back into old patterns because it's comfortable, but there's no growth in old patterns, you see. That's the problem. There's no growth in old patterns, you know. But at least this way, you get a different, you get a higher perspective, and you're able to navigate through things a lot easier. Whereas before, it may have caused you stress, sleepless nights, loss of appetite, low mood. I don't have low moods. I go within, so I don't go without, you know. I think, I wouldn't say it was hard, but I had a little bit of a struggle. Because everybody that knows me, the general people that know me, know that I love food. I can't help it. I wouldn't say I'm greedy, I just like food. Yeah. So even now, it's like I restrict things from my diet purposely to give homage to my ancestors for what they went through. So I'm not going to be celebrating Christmas. After what I found out, the true meaning of Christmas, I didn't like that at all. So yeah, you know. And just to think that I used to always make a big song and dance about Christmas. Mm-mm. Nah, not again. And I hope others do the same too, innit? Instead of having Christmas dinner, don't. How about you fast for Christmas dinner? That's your way of giving back. Because if it wasn't for our ancestors, we wouldn't be sat here now. I wouldn't be sat here now had it not been for my ancestors. That's a fact. Not even the family that raised me, or should I say, the karmic witches and warlocks that raised me. Let's be real. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything or keep quiet for anybody. Hell no. It's about giving back. So yeah, even like the wildlife, do you know that's just different prime members reincarnated? The birds, the squirrels, the mice, the rats. Even the rats are considered vermin. Yes, I know what you're thinking. But yeah, the trees, nature, the grass, walking barefoot is lovely. Whereas before I'd be like, oh no, germs. I was a germaphobe, OCD. I'd have bleach, domestos. It's got to be domestos though, let's be clear. It can't just be any old bleach. It's got to be domestos. That's how I was. I'm still like that now, I'm not going to lie. Yes. And I never said I was perfect, so there's a difference, you know? But I always be true to myself. I can't be fake. I'm not going to be fake. I'll never be fake. And that's the problem. Too many people are fake and phony. Especially the ones that was attacking me. The only reason why they're really attacking me because they don't want none of their little dark, dirty secrets to be out on front row. It's right for them to lie and slander my name.
here comes trouble, Natalia. Oh, I thought you had a bad leg. Do you have a nice cooker?
It's alright, it's electric cooker. I don't know what's wrong with it because sometimes I'll put it on and it blows out. It just goes on. Why do you use a cooker?
Marty upstairs is moving out. He leaves the cooker. It's a lovely what do you call it, induction cooker.
What does that mean? Just the glass top on top.
Yeah.
Oh.
They are really quick.
But how would you get it upstairs?
Oh, somebody will. He's moving out, but it's either him and you, or can I have a look at your old cooker?
Yeah.
You
Come
don't
on.
mind. I mean,
Look, it's tiny.
I haven't
Only
seen
keep
my
it for
Oh,
weekends.
you've got a corner coat. I used to have one. It's really cozy. You've got a carpet now.
Yeah, this is one. I got this one. But I got this from the council, and what happens is when I turn on this, sometimes
This one has a separate top split.
it blows out, and that's
Yeah.
the problem. I don't know
Just
what's
put
wrong.
it outside.
So I've
And
been
they
using,
take-
I've been using that sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't even work.
You can have a lovely modern cooker, which is upstairs.
Yeah.
He just, when he leaves it there, because Live West, they chuck it out. Even
Oh,
if
they
it's
throw them
broken,
in.
that's what they do. Or they
That's
might be able to
great.
charge you
Yeah.
for fixed stuff, and then they sell it on. But what, and I was thinking, what's about the people who move in? They won't have it, they have
Yeah,
to
'cause
then
I never had
organize
a
their
cooker for
own.
about a year.
Because he
I
had
had
a
a
alright cooker
Yeah, I
in
used a
here,
microwave.
but
I
they
couldn't
took it.
use it for
Yeah.
cooking.
So it's stupid. So I was thinking of you straight away, thinking maybe you might need a modernized.
I would like them because this is all right, but like I said,
I know,
I
it's
got it
so
from the
old-
council. Yeah, I got it
It's
from the
old,
council.
old
Yeah,
fashioned.
and it keeps
The
blowing out
only,
anyway.
this one is digital, so you're gonna really upgrade. And all you need to do is plug it.
Yes,
Right.
it's a button.
And one of the little pin is missing, but that
Oh,
doesn't
that's all
matter,
right.
you just use one
Those
of
in
the
good
other.
condition. I don't mind.
When he comes back, you can have a look at it. if you like.
Okay.
I like you at
I
onesie.
got from the charity shop. They sell these for £30 in town, and I paid £7 for this.
I just ordered one of those, but without the legs, because I have more problems going to the
Oh,
toilet.
yeah.
So
So
I
I'm
would
gonna
have
zip
to,
there, innit?
no, yeah, like a
Yeah.
thingy. But he's coming back in a minute. So
Okay.
and I need to get my pliers, which are because he just gave me this. It's good for your skin.
What is it?
It softens the water. You put it on your shower head.
Oh.
It's a lot of little things in there.
So you've been saying what they've been saying about there's a lot of chemicals in the water, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been getting like
Just
spots.
I
and-
get filter. I have
Yeah.
a special big
Oh.
water filter, but it's massive. It's a really big one, and I drink all my water from there. My
Okay,
coffee
I've been
stuff.
buying my water from town and putting it in the kettle. I'm
And
scared
it's
to,
so-
it's expensive. I'm scared to
and the
drink tap water.
plastic.
Yeah, that
I
as
can
well. That as well.
let's show you quickly what I got, but you have to also. My mess is worse than yours. Because I've been living there over 20
I really just tidied it up.
By what do you mean? I've been over 20 years in my place.
Oh,
He's still there, and even when he isn't there anymore, he will leave the key.
Oh, and I'm asking him.
Yeah, he leaves the door open with the key.
So we'll say like in the next 24 hours.
Or more later, you just have to organize this here.
Yeah.
And see what he says.
All right.
I see.
All right, then thank you, Iola. Have a good day. Have a good evening.
Ciao.
Bye.
And that's earlier.
Yeah, they look at just call me Tilly for short.
Ah, not Matty.
Yeah, because the Italian, my full name is call me Tilly for short.
Chile, that's it. Okay.
Have a good evening. I don't mind. I'm used to it. Iola.
Oh, Ilona.
Oh, Ilona. Of course, Iola.
No.
Ilona. Okay.
Bye.
Sorry,
Bye.
Ilona. I'll
Bye.
remember next time. Bye.
Oh, that was just my neighbor knocking on my door about the man upstairs is moving, and you know, people act weird. I don't know if it was me being pounded, but it kind of felt like everywhere I was walking in my property, he was like following and listening, because the walls are like so thin. Literally, you can actually hear someone using the bathroom, basically. That's how thin it is. Come to find out, Live West is actually the new name for Nightstone. So my doors, when I wake up in the morning, it's covered in water from the condensation. I can't open some windows, don't open. There's no window locks on some windows. When I try and put on the cooker, it blows, the fuse blows all the electric in the house. So yeah, and it is cold, to say the least. And the only heater I have, because the main heater here is broke, and when I rang them about the heater, because I have kidney problems, kidney damage, and lung problems from alcohol, from the alcohol abuse, and from the overdoses that I took years ago from the tablets. So it affects me, and it makes me worse. It makes me really, really sick. So I only have like one small electric heater, which is really bad because it takes a ton of electric. And at the same time, it takes all the moisture out the air. So you wake up and it feels like you've got sand in your eyes. Your eyes feel really gritty. Your mouth is real, real dry. And you wake up with a stuffy nose. Like now my nose is running, which is because of this heater, you know? But I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head. And one window lock is broke, so I've got to use a weight bar to kind of keep the window shut. I can't even turn the handle to lock the window. So, for instance, if I open the patio door and there's a big gust of wind, the window will just open. So I've come home before and the window's been open. I thought to myself, like, has someone broke in my house, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not nice, but yeah. But I'm just thankful that I have a roof over my head. So that's the main thing, innit? But yeah, she was just basically offering me is the same man that not saying that I kind of had a disliking, not to him, but his behavior that I found because of the religion I was on. I was Muslim not too long ago, about 2 years ago. So I'd pray 5 times a day. So every time I would pray, I had an alarm, set an alarm, because obviously each month is a different prayer time. So I'd have an alarm to make sure I didn't miss the time in it, to give me time to prepare in it, do the washing, all the rest of that type of larky before I pray. Now, the call into prayer music is nothing out the ordinary. Do you know what I mean? There was no speaker. It was literally through my phone. So it's just like the normal phone volume. Would you believe this man knocked on my door? And I think he just didn't like the fact that I was praying. So he must have thought, I don't know what agenda he had. But he said, oh, he said it sounded like a generator. And I looked at him as to say, what are you talking about? And then he said, oh, the noise from my call into prayer music was vibrating the walls. Really? So I knew for a fact that's a barefaced lie. Do you know what I mean? Because if I was using a speaker, I use this when I play music, yeah? But just the phone volume through your phone, which is the natural volume on your phone, how can you differentiate that and say that that's vibrating the walls? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So basically, I just seen it as he's prejudiced and being biased, basically. He obviously didn't like the fact that I was playing Muslim music. He had a problem with that, and he believed that because he's been here longer than I have, that he has the right. Yeah, so it wasn't a very nice experience, but like I said, that's bullying, you know? So I wasn't about to stop for anybody. Do you know what I mean? So he would literally just listen to everything. Yeah, everything. So I even like did a little test one night just to do it for my own peace of mind. Like, I'm just not me being paranoid or overthinking things or over analyzing things. So I set a little trap. It was so funny. And I like did a timer. I kind of went from room to room. Do you know, this man follows me? And the worst thing about it is, if you're in your own house, yeah, right or wrong, or is it me being paranoid? Why would you creep in your own house? You could tell the difference between a normal footstep to when you're actually creeping. And obviously I had trauma, so that sent alarm bells ringing in my head, and I just didn't like it. So I obviously made a point of saying like what you're doing. Obviously they're gonna deny it, and then once I spoke on it, he did it even more. Yeah, he did it even more. So he started walking round the room on purpose when I would go to bed. Like, you know, what time I would go to bed. He would do it. I felt like he was doing it deliberately to like not give me any peace. You know, which is sad, really. That people think they can behave like that. But that's what the behavior I had to put up with, basically. And now the same person's moving out. Funny that. But yeah, wasn't very nice. I don't think that's acceptable behavior for people to just act like that purely because they've lived here longer than you have, or they believe that someone of my ethnicity doesn't deserve to live here. Yeah, that's what I kind of got from that. But that's his problem, not mine, you know? He knows nothing about me. He can assume all he likes, you know? That's his prerogative. But yeah, but now he's moving out. and he's offered me his cooker. It's a nice cooker. Even that as well. When you walk out and I don't get it. Like, you don't know me, you don't know my name. Ask me my name, because I know your name. Just like when I caught him outside my front door with my letters in his hand. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I was gonna post them, he said. But you didn't. Because you still stood there with them in your hand. You know, things like that. And I just found that really odd and bizarre behavior. And I couldn't really, it's kind of making me feel unnerved, if that makes any sense. Especially when you're in or on your own, you know? Yeah. But yeah, other than that, glad to be here. The cooker looks nice, but and even then, you know, when you see your neighbors like Ilona, that's it. I was calling her Iona. Even though Iona sounds nice, it's Ilona. And she's calling me Natalia. I said, just call me Tilly. But yeah, she said the manager's got like is gonna throw out his cooker. And mine's I got it from the you get like a white goods scheme from the council. It could be refurbished, but I thought it was brand new. Obviously it's not, because sometimes when I turn it on, it blows all the electric in the house. Yeah. So it's not good. Because say for instance, in the evening time, if I didn't have my phone in my hand and I go to turn on that cooker and it blows out all the electric, it's pitch black. And then the fuse box, I can't reach. So I have to pull the buffet all the way outside so I can stand on the buffet just to reach the fuse box. Like, why would you put a fuse box all? I don't understand that, because this meant to be for over 50s. Why would you put something so high? You know? But yeah. And the thing about it, he has laminate flooring here. That just makes it even worse. And I think to myself, like, why would you need to creep the way you was creeping? I don't get that. You know, someone just like walks around the bed, back and forth. Not doing anything, just walking around the bed, back and forth. So it was kind of triggering my trauma. But I'm over that now, but yeah. Yeah. It got up to the point where I wouldn't go to sleep. Or I would have to play meditation music of like either rain, thunderstorms, or like, you know, we hear like the sea, the waves of the sea. I would play that to block out the footsteps, if that makes any sense. Yeah. I've been attacked in my sleep so many times, so I had trauma because of it, you know? And he was just making me relive those traumas, if that makes any sense. So healing from that was key. So then when he was doing it, it kind of felt like he was doing it to just be antagonistic, you know, which is, to me, is pointless. I don't know what people gain from behaving like that. When you don't know a person, you judge them purely on the color of their skin, and that's wrong, you know. I don't judge people, you know. I don't listen to what other people say about people either. Like, if you're going to gossip about people, I'd rather not be around. Keep that to yourself, you know. I make my own judgment on people. That's how I live. But that's not the way we live in, so hey ho. But for the most part, some of the neighbors are okay, let's just say that, you know. The old man beneath me, he's nice. He's very jolly. We've got a few biased people that live there because they own their house. They like to kind of like be really rude to you and target you. It's like they're trying to get a rise out of you. So I don't give it to them, you know, or argue back and forth. I ain't got time for that. That's a waste of energy, you know. I'll put my focus into something more productive. So I just ignore them and block it out. So yeah, we got a nice little cooker. That's nice as well. One of those, how can I say, it's like a glass top one, but when you turn it on, it heats up straight away. Whereas the one I got in the kitchen, you've got to wait a bit of time, like doesn't heat up straight away, it's okay. I don't want no cursed items though. I might have to sage it. I might have to sage it with some Palo Santos and some sage. But yeah. But for the most part, mine has been a joy. It's a nice area. Everything's close, you know. Maybe it's not much to people, but you got to remember when you come in your home, you shut your front door. This is your palace, isn't it? It is what you make it. So then when she came in, now she's like looking around, as people do, nosy. But for the most part, I'm clean and tidy. So yeah. Not that I judge people who's not. But I've been a hoarder, I've done all that. I don't know why I did that. Even to this day, I don't question myself or go over old wounds, but I think to myself, why was I even like that? Like, where did it come from? You know, maybe it's part and parcel to the growth, innit? Maybe I have no idea. But that's not how I live now, so yeah. I still hold newspapers for some odd way. I don't know why. And I don't even read them. That's the thing. Why do I keep collecting newspapers? Who does that? I do. I have no idea why. You know? I might catch a glimpse of the front cover of an article or a story that might catch my eye. But there's times when I don't even read the paper. But I can't walk past it and not pick one up. I don't know. I don't know why I do that. That's something I need to work on, possibly. Yeah. And then he was saying, oh, it's a fire hazard. I don't have them like stacked all over the floor, nothing like that. Do you know what I mean? I had it to wrap things up in, but yeah. It's a bit too many. Yeah. At one point I had like a good over 100 newspapers going back years. And I found myself on a newspaper article. Yes, I did. In the theatre group that I attended, they helped as well. So all the things I went to get to this point. Because I started off, if you would have seen me 2 years ago, you wouldn't have thought it was the same person. Yeah. And a lot of trauma that I had to work through and heal from. And I did. And there's no way on God's green earth I'm going to allow anybody to put me back in that space ever. Especially when I wasn't deserving, you know? Yeah. So now, with what I did and how I evolved and grew, I share with others, you know, so if anybody's experienced what I've experienced, you know, then at least they can rest assured and know that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, and they will get through it. That's the main thing, because some people don't make it, you know, and that's really sad, you know. So many people go unnoticed. And that's what needs to change in society also, you know. I don't want to just be I'm not another statistic, you know. But yeah, gratitude, faith, hope, raising these vibrations, that is key, and I kind of never understood it. And you've got to remember, whatever you put out into the atmosphere, that's what's going to boomerang back to you. Now I'm getting to understand, you know. as well as when people want to evil eye you, badmouth you, all that kind of malarkey, that is to just purely just to set you back. And it has been setting me back. Other people's been setting me back because they've just been wicked. Because they chose not to try. They don't like it because I'm trying or I keep fighting. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you do that? You know? I don't sit here judging people or giving my views on what I think of people. I don't. And if I did, I'm telling you, I would annihilate a lot of people. But why do I want to do that? Why do I want to tear someone down the way I was torn down? You know? Why do I want to make someone else feel the way I've been made to feel? You don't want to, but that's the world we live in, where people do that out of sheer jealousy and envy and hatred of their own selves. They project it onto you, and that shit needs to stop. But yeah, glad to be here. Glad to wake up and see another day. Grateful to have a roof over my head. Glad to have water to drink, even though it's full of chemicals. I don't really drink it. I buy bottled water, I can't help it. Someone actually did a research and Googled what, no, not Googled it, had it tested and Googled what's been put in the tap water. Some of the things that was, I'm thinking, but the person, when he did the Google search, they actually showed it on their phone, so it wasn't like they were speaking off the top of their head. They actually showed you the paragraph when they Googled it up with a different phone and showed you blatantly what it says. And I was like, my jaw dropped now. That put me off, totally put me off, no. Because I always knew when I make a cup of tea, like it tastes the water. Sometimes it doesn't taste right. I'm thinking, why, what is that? So I bought a filter. That wasn't no better because you could literally taste that little filter thing that they put in there to distill the water. Whatever chemicals in it, it's like I could taste it. That makes any sense? Yeah. Weirdly, I know. But for the most part, just go with the flow. Release and let go of what is out of your control. Release it to God and your angels and your ancestors. That's the best bet. That's what I did. And it does, it lightens the load. It does. It lightens the stress as well. And then only focus on things you can change. You know, things that are in your control. You know? That you're able to finesse to your own, not finesse, that's the wrong word. That you're able to untangle yourself, you know? That just causes unnecessary stress. And stress is the biggest killer, by the way. They call it the silent killer for a reason. I've been there. And you get pains in your chest like you can't breathe. You literally can't take a proper breath. You've got to lay down, loosen up all your clothing. Sometimes it lasts for hours. They just come out of nowhere. It's literally like having a heart attack, you know? It's not nice. I've been there. And that was carrying stress subconsciously. That's why you meditate. Even though I don't meditate for a couple of days, but I usually do meditate every day. The longer the better, they say. That's good. Pray. Read the Bible as much as you can. And just live healthy. So I've had to change my diet. Even though I love chocolate, not gonna lie. I have a bad sweet tooth. But I'm working on it. I have worked on it. Whereas before, I would put 6 sugars in my tea. I did. But it didn't taste like 6 sugars though. And then I got myself down to like 3.5. Sometimes I just have 3. And then I swapped from sugar to honey, no, from white sugar to brown sugar. Then I tried honey. But yeah, it's about finding a balance. The main thing is that you're trying, you know? It's when you don't try, that's the problem. Yeah. And life will knock you down. It will knock you down. I'm not gonna lie. I've been knocked down so many times, but guess what? I kept getting back up. I'll always get back up. But now, I won't get knocked down again. Because I'm more observant of things. I use my discernment all the time. I always follow my intuition. I never ignore it again. Done that too. And what I did is got me in a whole heap of danger. I'm not doing that again. You know what I mean? Listening to others instead of listening to your own instincts. Don't do that. Don't make the mistake I made. You might not be as fortunate as I was. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean? And what was done to me took out a lot of people. I like to hear that. And that's what made me fight even more. Like, no. You know? And that was about sharing that knowledge. You know? So others can use it, whether you use it, just the concept of it, you can just adapt it to your own, strategize it to your own specific needs, you know? But I've given you out the first steps, the keys to elevating. And then you've got to look at yourself as well. You've got to look at all, you can't just look at all the good side, you've got to look at all the ugly bits too. You have to. That's the only way you're going to ascend, you know? You got to own that shit. And it ain't nice, because there's things about myself that I didn't necessarily like. But I own it, you know? And I worked on to change aspects of it. Which takes a lot of trial and error, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And then you're able to maneuver a lot more smoothly, you know? You don't get roped into other people's entrapments, shall I say. And I'm still there. Still there. Still going strong. I need to give this up to I know. But I gave it smoking. Yeah, I did. I'm smoking weed. And I don't drink anyway because of the damage I did with alcohol. But I would smoke a lot of cannabis. And it was purely just to get through it. Like I use it as a crutch, which wasn't good. It didn't serve me no purpose. And now, what I'm finding out now is that they're putting all kinds of things in it. It's not the same as it used to be. I know that for a fact. So yeah, and this is just a monetary thing. I know. I don't think this is any good either, to be honest with you, but whereas before, I gave this up too. I don't even know why I even smoked. I don't know why I even smoked this. This, I don't know. I'm so trying to ask myself that now. But yet, though, I'm still picking it up. But I don't smoke as much as I used to. Yeah. At one point, I had a box full of these, and I looked how many I had, and I was like, wow, like, you went through that many. It says 600 puffs, yeah? When you think about how many puffs you would take in a cigarette or even a spliff, it shouldn't equate to one of these. If that makes any sense. Can there be like, what, 30 pulls in a spliff? And when you think about it, there's 600 puffs in this, but it depends on how you puff. If you take a long puff, this ain't gonna last no time. You know? One every couple of days. I know people that go through one a day. So you puff this 600 times. I mean, who's really gonna cut? I bought some socks today. I have to show my socks. I know this is really weird, but yeah. I have to show my little socks. Look at my socks. The little tote socks, yeah. And they've got fluff on the inside. And it's literally like, how can I say, like a sock shoe with like what do you call it? These little hard bits on the bottom of them. These little ball things. So anti-slip. Okay. Actually, just take it off and show you. It's like an anti-slip thing. It's quite nice actually. Canada is really, really cold. And that heat is not until I can get the heating fixed. Yeah. That feels good actually putting that on. Which is why I got this onesie because my bathrobe. It's not really something to this. This I could just, I don't wear this because obviously you get too hot when you sleep in it, so I literally wear this when I ready to wind down after a long day. You know, the only thing is when you want to go to the toilet. They need to make the zip to go right round to your bum. So you ain't gonna worry about taking all this bit off. You know, you can just unzip and split. That's a good design there. Unzip and split. That'd be better. Easier access to go to the toilet. Or you can just wear a nappy. But yeah, for the most part, it's been a roller coaster. And it helped me to look at any flaws that I needed to work on. You know? Yeah. And it helps you work on things that trigger you. So if anything triggers you, then that's what you need to do work. People are going to say whatever they want to say. It's how you choose to receive it, you know? Which I always used to receive it in like an attack type of form. Whereas now, it just goes over my head. You know what I mean? I can see a bird out there trying to spoil me. Someone's sending their little monitoring spirits to spoil me. That's what you do. All these little flies, which I got rid of, I had to get fly nets. Spiders and flies, yeah. That is my pet peeve. Pet peeve. If there's a spider in there, I'm leaving. Spider can have the house, I'm leaving. But I'll just get my neighbor to get it. She don't mind spiders. And flies, I'm not eating food when there's flies on because they fly on feces. They rub up and down their legs. So they fly on your plate. I'm not sharing my food with no fly. I'm so sorry. No. And then when you see what they do, they put vomit on it to melt it and then they suck it up and split up. I can't understand. No. Imagine they're doing that on your plate. And then whatever duty they flied on, they do that with their legs and they flick it off. No, that's not for me. Yeah. I live right opposite bins, innit? So it's not good. Not a nice look. I don't mind, it doesn't bother me, it's just the flies that bother me. You know? Once you go outside and down the road, you've got a lovely view, you've got the waterfront there. You've got the waterfront, you've got all the boats, which is nice. You've got Clifton Suspension Bridge to the right. And that's beautiful at night time. It lights up. It's nice, nothing nice to look at. Up the road, you've got the village. You've got a lot of green out there, so it's nice. You know, a lot of wildlife out there, so it's nice. So for the most part, you can never be bored. You know, so they've been going back to substance, even alcohol. Not saying I would never drink again, but it's got to be for the right reasons. Like, I don't know, for a celebration, not just for the sake of drinking. Yeah, because I was an alcoholic and yeah, not good. I did a lot of damage. I didn't know my limits. Yeah, so I would just drink like a fish. It didn't start off like that, but that's how it ended. Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, glad to hear. and in one piece. And like I say, I released my ancestors, I set them free. That's why I'm truly blessed. All the obstacles I overcome, God was with me too. How else would I have got through things? And that's the reason I'm grateful. Because had it not been for him, I probably would have been 6 feet under a long time ago with the amount of black magic and spirit that was put on me, you know? And this is for my own family also as well, man. Not just from strangers or just hateful people in general. For my own family, my own siblings, my own step-parents and parent. But I still have no resentment. And that takes work. Because the first thing you think to yourself is, I want revenge. Da, da, da. And that's a natural reaction, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's pointless. Pointless. That's just a downward spiral. That makes you no better than them. So I forgave them and released them with love. But you got to mean it. You can't just say it, you got to mean it. You know? I wasn't ready to say it unless I actually meant it. So I was being stubborn, not gonna lie to you, I was stubborn. And then God kept picking at me, picking at me, picking at me. You know? Until gradually he saw that I honestly meant it, you know? He's not stupid. You can't fool God at all. He'll make you think you're fooling him. And then right at the last minute, he pulled the rug from underneath your feet. Like, you really thought I was that stupid? Try again. It's in the Bible. Look for yourself and you'll see. But yeah, for the most part, you have to be able to tell the tale. That is my destiny, my obligation. With my little socks. It's super cold. I don't understand how, like, in the space of like 12 hours, how it's gone. I should have bought 2 of these socks. How it's gone so cold. Like, I have a heater in the hallway. I've got this little rubbish heater, small heater in the corner, and it's cold. And cold kills because it shuts down all your organs, and it makes you feel like you tired, like you want to go to sleep, literally, and that's how you die in your sleep from hypothermia. I know, because I almost died already. You know, but God said, not my chosen one, not my favorite, not my anointed. Yeah. So I'm grateful for that as well. But yeah, other than that, that's it really. I have to do things in stages. Because like I said, there's certain things I'm allowed to speak on, there's certain things I'm supposed to keep to myself. You know, I've really made a mistake, and I've let things out that I'm not supposed to speak on. Not deliberately, because it's better to be truthful, innit? But you've got people that are malicious, you know, that just like to that are just out for just purely just to sabotage you. They get off on it. It's like it fuels their ego. I have no idea why. I'm not even about to try and wrap my brain as to why, because that's not my problem. So yeah, for the most part, I'd like to be grateful to be able to see things from a different perspective. So if I can do it, everybody can do it. We should all be living on one accord. There is no, you think you're better than me or you think you're beneath me. That's the society that we live in. And that's what's wrong with the world. Nice paper though. Yeah, this will be my New Year's resolution. To work on cutting these out. by Christmas or just after, I'd say. But I done good though, don't you think? I done good. I done good. I was a flat out alcoholic. I was, what do you call it? Prescription painkillers as well. I got addicted to those. But my family's not gonna much. They used to spike me with drugs, so they started that roller coaster. And then I went on to drugs, weed, ecstasy, speed, base, acid. I tried ketamine, never again. I thought I was gonna die, never again. Heroin, crack, yeah, I done it all. Done it all. And I lived to tell the tale. And a lot of people that I know are still doing it. And I don't judge them for it because you gotta remember, I don't know whatever trauma they've come out of or what they've experienced for why they use that to block out whatever they're feeling. And I did the same thing. So who am I to judge them, you know? I just pray that they can get the help that they need before it's too late. You know, if you continue, the only thing after that is a coffin. Definitely a coffin. You know? So yeah, other than that, it's cold. I can use my bathrobe too. But I can still laugh about it though. And she went, we got our TV. I don't watch TV no more. I like to just sit in quiet. Listen to the hustle and bustle of the world. Listen to the birds chirping or the cats crying, you know? Or the seagulls fighting to rob the pigeons for their food. Yeah. Hear the bell? Ding! Yeah. And also just can't meat as well. Wow. That, do you know what actually the hardest one was meat. Oh my gosh. I said I love food, innit? Like even like I know it sounds bad. Even now just mentioning it, my belly's going yeah, I used to love meat. It was no good for me, but I didn't care because I told myself I needed it. And that's the messed up part about it. I would eat a dinner for breakfast. I kid you not. A nice fat lamb chop. And I used to eat pork. I don't eat pork anymore because that's not good for you. That's swine meat. It's not good for you. And God don't like it neither. So even though I used to love bacon, I'm not gonna lie, I used to, just the smell of it, like, oh. But now, nope. I used to eat all belly of pork. The only thing I didn't have was like the big, like pork joints. I couldn't. Then I see all the hair, and then the gristle, But lamb, oh my gosh. Love lamb. I used to eat lamb for breakfast. At one time, all you see in my food was lamb chops. I swear down, lamb chops, lamb steaks, like a lamb. Yeah, but I stopped all that now. I think I have meat once out of the week. Twice is pushing it. And that's because it's not good for my system. And I understand that now, so I incorporate that and I mix it up with other things. So I just have fish now and veg, fresh veg. It's a lot of adjustment, but it's worth it. It is worth it. And there's reasons why, but I'll leave that for another live before I divulge on that one. But yeah. My ears are ringing. And that means something too. That's your ancestors, and it means someone's chatting shit on your name. when it burns, it's a loved one or an ex-loved one that's basically slandering your name. I know. That's just a sign for you to tell. Like a warning, isn't it? People looking you dead in the face and lie to you bare face. But guess what doesn't lie? Energy don't lie. Even when you try and cloak it in divinity, it doesn't work. I can see beyond the veil. That's why I just be quiet and I just watch your ass. I'm not stupid. That's what people don't like. But that's not my problem, that's theirs. I'm not going to allow people to visit that on me. Or make me feel bad for their own malicious intent, or their own hatred or jealousy or envy, or whatever the case may be. That is all a low vibrational behavior. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt and I threw that shit away. Anyway, like I was saying, this only cost me £7, yeah? I don't care about from the chat shop. I don't care. I don't even want to say. People buy, unwanted gifts or unwanted items, they just get to the charity shop. So this was brand new. And the socks are brand new. Some of the stuff are like second hand, I don't really care. But yeah, this was only £7. Whereas I bought one that I gave to my daughter and I think I paid £30 for it. And to me that wasn't worth it. You know? Wasn't worth £30. But this was £7. Are you serious? Look how good it looks. Look how good it looks. And it fits me. Look how good it looks. And it has pockets too. Yeah. And a little hood. And I can't put it because I got my free on it. It has a hood as well. Oh my god, do you know what it looked like this? There's an old horror movie called The Brood. Remember? When there were these little babies that look like Chucky in a little onesies that was going around killing people. Google it. I remember watching that. But yeah, I remember that movie called The Brood. These little kids in these little onesies. I can't remember if it was like greyish or white. It was like a light coloured onesie. And it was like, they looked the age of about, I don't know, 6 months to a year old, but they was running around like they was doing the Olympics with the carving knives, like, cause going crazy. And my socks, they're brand new, they was £4. So for a whole outfit, I preferred socks to them stupid slipper things that you put your feet on. Because these days I can put these in the washing machine, right? But with the ones you put on your feet, with the carpet in the bottom, they start to stink. And you can't put them in the washing machine. If you put them in the washing machine, all the cardboard just falls apart, so that's no good. But this, I love this. I like the colour too. And the little polka dots. They had another one in there. Slightly shorter, I don't mind. Slightly shorter. But I chose this one because of the colour. But I might go and get it tomorrow. I was going to get it today, but I might go and get that tomorrow. If they still got it. There was a lady that came in there right behind me. I think she wanted to pick it up, but she saw the smaller one and she kind of like just said to me, she said, that would really suit you. But I can tell really and truly she wanted it, you know? That's the kind of energy I felt from her. But she was just saying that bullshit purely because I seen her look at me. I looked at her to say, like, does she want to come to the rack as well? I would have moved out of the way a little bit so she can get to the rack too. But she didn't. She kind of, I can tell that really suit you. And then her nose went up in the air. So I just didn't pay no mind. It didn't bother me. Whereas before it might have been, but no, not that much. But yeah, guys, it's tea time. What am I going to do now? What am I going to eat now? Until I have another ingenious idea as well. Get a steamer. Do you know what? When you steam veg, yeah, I used to boil it. And I used to never feel any different. When you boil it, yeah, unless you can have a big enough pot and then you have like that much water in it, once you fill up with a load of water, basically all the nutrition is going in the water and you're getting nothing from the veg. So I was eating a lot of veg and still having problems with my digestive system, but now I have a steamer. And you ain't got to worry about the pot going dry. Once steamer gets past its timer, it just goes bing and it's ready. You can put anything in it, potatoes, veg, all sorts. I use that now, which is good. It is cold, isn't it? These bloody doors are drafty. And because I've got a broken window as well, that's why. But never mind. I live. But yeah, gonna have something. Gonna think of what am I gonna eat now. And always good to treat yourself. I always have a, what is it? Like I have a day I have for gratitude. I have a treatment day, like where I treat myself and be kind to myself, you know, give myself a little bit extra TLC, you know, and I put it in like a routine and I stick to it. And that in itself shows self-care. But I didn't think I had that before. But yeah, I learned to have it now, you know, and boundaries. Don't let nobody tell you or overstep your boundaries. If they do it once, they do it again. So you don't get second chances. So sorry. I've done it. I've given people second, third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. And I still do the same shit. Oh, I'm going to change. I'm going to do it again. And they always do so. And that's not about that. So yeah, other than that, guys, I'm going to skedaddle. I didn't expect to be on there for this long. I've been on there for over an hour, I think. I sneak to my neighbour more. She's nice, she is. Sometimes, if I want some advice, I go and speak to her. Because she's older than me, so I can ask her anything. He's a spider catcher too. Yes. Because I'm telling you, the spiders in here is no joke. This is as big as my hand. The spider at T was looking at me like, you got to get past me first. And I said, okay, you can have the flat. So I knocked on the door. I said, I can't come in my house because it's blocking my doorway. Hi. Oh my days. And she could tell. She said she could sense, she could feel the fear off of me from the spider. It was big. I've never seen a spider that big before in my life. Oh hell no. He's like, well, you can have the flat. Bye. I was like, yeah, I'll find somewhere else to sleep. But yeah, she got it for me, so that was really nice. Really nice. So I gave her a present. I was ready to leave. It was literally on the door frame. So I had to pass it to get into my house. No. And she just happened in the kitchen, so I left. I was like, Ilona, you have a spider in there. I can't stay in there. Bye. And I was gone. She was laughing. I don't care. Call me big baby. I don't care. I want to be a big baby and spider free. Hello. Because you know that some of these spiders have been biting people and all sorts of things been going on. Nope. I don't want to be one of those statistics. I'm sorry. So that's why I'm keeping my walls cream. But when you add color, you don't see anything. And I could tell you about some spider stories, but I can't kind of start itching. And if I itch, I'm going to come up in hives. I don't want to end up in A&E tonight. I want to be hospital free for at least another year. Instead of always in and out of hospital. That's another thing as well. But that's a whole other story for a whole other time. But anyway, toodles, guys. Nice talking to you. I'm gone. Okay? Have a blessed Sunday. Always remember gratitude first. Keep your faith, keep your hope. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. From you know who you are. And with that being said, I'm out of here.